Hello and welcome to an impromptu recording of an episode of John Collects Stamps. I wasn't intending to do any recording up until weekend, but today I hit 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I only launched just over 2 weeks ago, and I've got to say I'm absolutely blown away by the response. I've had some lovely comments, some lovely feedback, and I'm getting viewing figures which I didn't really expect for a novice venture such as it is. So because I've hit the 100 subscriber target today, I'm going to be doing this little bit of a video, and I'm also going to be doing a giveaway to celebrate the 100 subscribers. Now, I'm going to be giving away 2 sets of stamps. When I say sets, that's a very loose term. I'll come back to those in more detail. But first of all, I'm just going to do a bit of incoming mail. This is stuff that I received in the mail today. I'm going to keep my envelopes behind this piece of paper here to shield my address. But first up, we have a Twopenny Blue from 1841 onwards. As you can see, this is the one with the white line above the postage rate and below the word postage at the top. This is an eBay purchase. I do like the Twopenny Blues, along with the penny reds and also the 2 penny blacks I own. These are one of my favourite stamps. So that's another one to add to the collection. Let me get rid of that one. This one here, this is a George V 3 halfpenny stamp. This is one of the second set of definitives with the side-on profile. This is one for my specialist catalogue. This is one of the ones where there's so many different shades of the same stamps. So this is, I bought this based on the catalogue number. So the Stanley Gibbons catalogue number that applied to this, that's what I searched for on eBay when I purchased that one. So that's another great addition. Next up, we've got, let's have a look at this one. Right, this is a Queen Victoria 6p stamp. Off the top of my head, I'm not too sure of the year for this one. I think it's possibly around about 1881. I do have the details on the order. Let's just have a quick look. No, it just gives me the catalogue number SG123, so I can pinpoint that in the catalogue and label it as such in my albums, stock books. So that's another great little stamp. Now, not too much today, there's just a few single items really. Here's the next one. This is another Queen Victoria. This is one of the largest formats, as you can see. I'll just bring the other one back into shot. This is one of the high values, and this is the 5 shilling. I think these are again from the 1870s. A bit of sellotape on there. I need to snip that, and in order to get that out of the sleeve. But yeah, that's one of the higher values. So yeah, another fine stamp to add to my collection. And I think this is the final piece from today. I recently purchased a few covers. Now this is the first one to arrive. and this is a George V era cover. Postmark there's got 35, so that'll be 1935. The reason I bought this particular one is if you look at the address on this here, 170 Gainsborough Avenue, Oldham, Lancs. Now, I live in Oldham, and I used to live on a street that was connected to Gainsborough Avenue. And where I live now is only about a quarter of a mile away from Gainsborough Avenue. So when I saw this on eBay, that really piqued my interest, and that's why I purchased this particular cover. So nothing spectacular about it, it's just a nice little bit of local postal history for my collection. So that, I think, wraps up my rather meagre haul of incoming mail today. Everything's a bit quiet at the moment with it being near to Christmas. We've had the Royal Mail strikes, and that's obviously slowed everything down. I was expecting some more items to arrive, but unfortunately they've not made it. They're probably not going to make it this side of Christmas. Today being the, what date are we on today? I think we're on the 20th today, aren't we? Tuesday the 20th. So anyway, as I said, I've recently hit today, earlier, the 100 subscriber mark on YouTube. So in order to celebrate that, I'm going to be giving away 2 lots of stamps. Now, these are going to be for 2 different people. So there are going to be two giveaways. So the first one is a selection of early British stamps. So we've got some penny red plates at the top there. I've put the plate numbers on, but if you wanted to identify the plate numbers, that they're found in the lattice work on the side here, and you can see those under magnification, so you'd look for them there. I've also put on there an imperforate penny red. As you can see, the margins on that are a bit skew with. I think the postal clerk was cutting them out in the dark on that particular day. But nevertheless, that's one of the original penny reds, the imperforate ones. And I've also added a twopenny blue. Again, this is one with the white lines, so I can't quite stretch to giving away a penny black. Far too valuable and has far too much meaning for me in my collection, so I won't be giving those away. Who knows in the future when I expand my collection. We've also got a couple of King George V stamps there. I've got the catalogue numbers because these were taken from another stock card where the numbers were already listed, so that's why I've kept those for identification. Now there's a couple of Edward VII stamps there, a halfpenny green and a 5p, which is one of the Jubilee designs. There's a Downy Head George V stamp there, the green halfpenny. A couple of George V in profile, 1p and a 6p. Down here we've got a couple of Victoria stamps. We've got one of the George V British Empire Wembley stamps. This is the second set from 1925. There's two stamps in the set. There's a brown one, which I think is the halfpence or the halfpenny. I've got 3 of the 4 Jubilee stamps there for George V, and at the end here I've got all 4 of the Edward VIII issues from 1936. These are the only 4 postage stamps that were ever issued for the reign of Edward VIII, who abdicated in the same year that he took the throne. So he was only on the throne for 10 months from January to November 1936. So, yep, those are the only 4 stamps, so they're included in that one. So that's the Great Britain one. So if you're interested in that, what you would need to do is on this video, you need to comment simply the 2 letters GB for Great Britain. Nothing else, just GB. And what I'll be doing is I'll be leaving this open for comment till probably about 7 PM tomorrow, Wednesday. And at that point I'll make a decision and I will get a random commenter for GB, and I will also do the same for this other set which I'm about to show you. Now, one thing I've not mentioned so far in my collecting videos is the fact that I, other than Great Britain, I do collect some Commonwealth. 2 main areas of interest for me are South Africa and South West Africa. The reason being, I used to live in South Africa when I was a kid. I lived there for 3 years, from the age of 11 to 14. And I was collecting stamps way back then. So I've always kept a keen eye on South African stamps, and what I've got here, these are some rather old ones. These are Edward VII. So these predate even the Union of South Africa. This is when South Africa was still made up of all the individual provinces. Now, I think I've got some for every one here. I've got Cape of Good Hope. We've got some Natal stamps, even with Queen Victoria on, as well as Edward VII. Moving on, I think that's more Natal. That's Natal. And then we've got some Transvaal issues. These are Edward VII. And then down at the bottom, we've got the George V issues from the Union of South Africa, which occurred in 1910, when all the states came together to form the Union. So there's a first selection there of King George definitives, George V, up to, we've got a 1 shilling and a 2 and 6 at the end there. And I've also included in this set that, there we go, we've got some, let me get that to focus. Get my, yep, and we've got the Orange River colony, one of the other colonies, one of the other provinces that made up the Union. And then we've got some Union of South Africa early definitives, and then a couple of additional South African stamps. So if you're interested in winning these 2 in the giveaway, simply comment SA for South Africa as your comment. And again, in the same way that I'm going to be selecting a GB winner for these stamps, I'll be picking a single winner at random for the South African. So if you want the Great Britain stamps, comment simply GB. If you want the South African stamps, comment simply SA. So duplicate entries will be ignored. If you do win, I'll announce the winner on a community post on YouTube tomorrow, and I will also be announcing it on my Instagram page. And what I will need you to do in order for me to get these stamps to you, I'll need you to send me a direct message on Instagram. My username there is John Collects Stamps, all one word. The link is in the description of this video. So head on over there, give me a subscribe or a follow, should I say, over on Instagram. And whoever the winner of each subsequent giveaway is, I will be expecting to get a direct message from you on Instagram after I've released the names tomorrow. So anyway, if you are entering, good luck, and I'm going to leave it there. There'll be another episode coming at weekend. I'm not sure what the topic will be. if you were waiting for part 2 of the Great Britain Machin and regional issues videos, that won't be coming this week. That's going to be released sometime in January, just to set your expectations. There's a bit more work involved in putting that together with PowerPoint and collating all the images for the slideshow. So that will be coming in January. So to follow on from these, I may actually do a video of my South African stamps at weekend, and that's something new to discuss it. So anyway, I hope to see you in the next video, and with it coming up to the end of December, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and all the best for a new year, and let's have a good 2023 and continue to share our hobby however we can. Philately has brought me into a community of people that I really enjoy engaging with, and yeah, so here's to a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and happy stamping everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.